Oh, okay. Hello there. Honestly, I thought my mic hadn't turned on. I was expecting it. Hey! Hello there. Alright, Drafts. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Oh! I wish I could say it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. I'm just about getting there. Okay. I'm a little bit behind today. Little bit behind. Just launching the game. So we've got a little bit of time to talk. Okay. How I see it. I'm sorry that it's happened to your phone, but if you talk about SWGOH stuff, don't worry about any of that. I'm going to say at least you've got something sorted. That's the main thing, isn't it? Ooh. I'll admit I'm not that good on some phone brands. Motorola Edge sounds a little old, but maybe I'm just thinking of the old Motorola. You're like, hello, Moto. Back when I was at school, that was like you were the bee's knees if you had a phone that did that, or a flip phone. Okay, I've got to admit that's another one I don't really know. I feel like the world's kind of got dominated now with you know, the likes of Samsungs, Apples, etc. It's like if someone said they got a BlackBerry now. I can't say I'd really know what it looks like. I assume it still looks kind of the same, but I honestly don't know. Maybe it has evolved. Yeah, I know a while ago they did publish a list on the website saying what games SWGOH supported. Sorry, what phones it supported. And again, there was a load on there, and I was like, okay, I'll have a look just in case I recognise anything. But yeah, there's only a few that I think were like, all right, we're not supporting this now. It's a bit too old, this phone. Okay. Sorry, I've just had an ad on BlueStacks. That was strange. 54? Is that... Yeah. Oh. I'm going to say, I changed my phone this year. I'd had the iPhone 10 for 4 years. I think it's 4 years. So I did upgrade. But I'm very boring. I stick with Apple. I know what the phones look like and what they do, so I know what I'm doing with them. Zeppelin Secret 5-star, that's... Hera... It's a shame with Hera in a way, because she was a really easy farm at one point, and they have made her a little bit more difficult for some reason. Now it's on a hard node instead of Cantina. But I think it's to split up Ezra and Hera. Nice one, Sopper. What have you unlocked? Ooh, very nice. Is that just a coincidence, or was there a little purchase that helped you along? No, it was a coincidence. That's not bad then. Honestly, I was teasing a little bit, but yeah, that's quite good, that. So yeah, I've got to admit, I did get it for the fact that it's helped with my characters that weren't at that level. So yeah. Characters with 80 shards, are they 5-star? Yeah, so this is how I have to try and think it. 50 shards unlock is a 3-star. Oh, hang on. See, this is where I'm still trying to work it out. 50 shards is 3-star, 80 shards is 4-star, and 145 is 5-star. So yeah, I had to think that one through then. Darth Malik was the one that popped in my head for 5. Although saying that, the legendaries, for the most part, legendaries that unlock at 5-star were, there was something like 145 total for the first 5 stars. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did it like that, if I'm being honest. I can't say I can understand the reasoning why some unlock at 3, some unlock at 4. Majority unlock at, well, any marquee now pretty much unlocks at 2-star. So if you get the character straight away, you get, well, actually saying that, they unlock at 3-star, but you get, it's confusing. They give you shards to unlock at 3, to take you to 3-star for free, but it unlocks at 2-star. Why they don't just give you a 3-star unlock, I don't know. It's alright, I'm just wrapping my head around that. That's just weird. I think BlueStacks has crashed. Well, one of them anyway. Tamin's chugging along, but Crimson's acting like he doesn't know what to do. Yeah, it was definitely one of those software where I had to think about it, you know, in the sense of, what is it again? Is that West Ham? I heard West Ham were through. I didn't actually see the score, but I did hear. It's, everyone's a bit happy about some of the other teams going out. Yeah, I think I heard Kudus had scored, actually. Because I thought, oh, he's get on a little run. I don't know too much about him, but I just saw he'd scored. Ooh, who was he playing against? I know it was Mike's been Robot Laggy. Ooh, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I can hear myself. It sounds alright. Maybe a little distorted. It's very tricky talking when I can hear myself. Oh. Got turned off. Genuinely. Oh. Genuinely, if you want to give yourself a headache, try doing something like that where you can hear yourself while you're talking. It melts your brain. Apparently people who work in radio get exposure to it and kind of get good at it, but if you don't have some sort of experience like that, it can really melt your brain. I'm just trying to see if this actually sounds right. Oh, okay, it might have been that then. Yeah. It's alright, I have... Let me just switch screen a sec. If I can. OBS is now lagging. There we go. Got there in the end. Yeah, my audio should get pumped through this. So the idea is it's a voice changing piece of software. So if I click this,
and so done. I just sound different than it should sound like I'm a narrator, so maybe like a Morgan Freeman kind of character. So, in principle, it's a fun little app, and you guys can manipulate it with, I think, channel points or bits down below. But
if it's not active, then it's just my normal voice. There's a whole bunch of other things as well that I've just not tried. Yay! It feels like we're not having much luck right now, does it? Just gonna go back here a minute just while it's all loading. Ugh. My internet always feels like it's got some issues. I mean, the thing is with streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the moment, I'm probably taxing my internet a bit, but it should be coping with it, because essentially I'm only sending it to one place, but that place is then splitting it to the two. But it acts like it's a big monumental task. My voice was lagging again? Ugh, okay. Sorry, I just saw something then. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so the question would be, if I've just changed my microphone source so it's coming direct to... hang on. This might help as well, I'm just moving my microphone. Okay, so microphone's a bit more central to me, so hopefully that's clearer, me talking into the mic. But I've also just switched the microphone source, so now it's going direct into the microphone rather than through that software. Yeah, if it's not that, I don't really know what it is. Because on my side, there's not much more it could be. Yeah, if that sounds good, we'll take it. Don't worry, I'm chuckling. Oh, hang on. I'm chuckling a little bit. Lord of the Darts just wrote in my Discord server about a bet, and I'm just curious if he's actually just lost it. Actually, no, actually, it looks like he's going good for it. I'm actually quite impressed with that one. It's worth having a look. I will double check. I've got Task Manager here. Sometimes some things do just lurk in the background and I don't really notice them until it's like, oh, that's running, is it? I say that's got my internet, which is obviously taking up it looks like it's taking up a lot, but saying that we have got this efficiency mode thing. Mixed up this thing here, which is quite nice right now. Google Chrome's open, but I'm not using it, so let's go to details. Yeah, Chrome. I do use Chrome when I'm not streaming, but I've tried to stop using it when I am. Yeah. Like I say, it's just going to lag a lot. Steam's open, so we can shut that down. It shouldn't really be the biggest of problems, but with the emulators, it'll probably affect it a bit. But yeah, everything else I either need or I'd like to keep open, so that's not too bad. I've had that on my PC for a while. I've actually got it on my desktop right now. I wasn't sure if I'd uninstalled it. Yeah, I must have uninstalled it, but I did download it last year, and I haven't picked it up since. I did stream with it, and I just forgot to carry on with it. But I would like to carry on. I was enjoying the Galactic Conquest mode. Even though the story's GOAT. Alright, maybe not the actual GOAT, but it's up there, you know. Certainly was something I think Disney should make sure is still canon. Alright, let's get this on. Only 20 minutes into my stream. We're just starting my dailies. Okay, so I'm saying to drafts, by the way. This is what I do for my dailies. You won't be able to do everything exactly because your crystal income will be different, but just keep an eye on what I'm doing. At least if you want to know, like, how someone at the end of the game manages their energy and whatnot. So, essentially, I go to my energy up here and I purchase refreshes. So, we do 350s. Once you've done 350s, it'll ask you if you want to spend 100. Don't do that unless you... I only spend 100 if I really need to, which, oddly enough, I can actually benefit from doing right now. So I am going to do my hundreds. But, again, really, all you want to do is what I just did the first time, 50, 50, 50. I wouldn't even touch these ones, because even though that is something players do as they progress in the game, early on it's just a waste of energy, or waste of crystals, I should say. So, 150 crystals a day budgeted. That gives you energy to keep farming things. So, yep, nice and simple. I obviously didn't claim these. And we got 5 Sabine shards! Hey! We got it done. Lady Sabine, I don't know where you are, but it has happened. Honestly, considering I've not touched that node once. There you go, Sabine, it's happened. I had a feeling you'd be lurking. Okay. She's 7-star. So, happy days. It's bounty hunters, right? Go on, I'll give her some Omegas as well. Just to say thank you to you. Wow, look at that! It jumps above Zeb. Wow. Go on, I'll give Zeb a touch up while I'm here. I'm gifting Omegas away right now. Honestly, this is the kind of gear I unlocked Thrawn with. So, I didn't have Captain Rex then for, you know, that was ages and ages ago, and Rex has only just come into the game. Hera was a lot lower along the lines of these other characters. So yeah, you only need something like Gear 8, Gear 9 maybe. I think I've got these two at 10 because I've just started pushing them up a little bit, but honestly, you probably don't need them that high. Although I'm saying that, I don't know if I had these two a little higher at one point, because they worked well with Bastila Shan, so that might have been it. Yeah, I mean, I think Canteen refreshes, once you get into the later game, you kind of need to do right regardless of if it's a character farm or you're farming signal data. But again, early on you don't need to worry about it because it should unlock at a reasonably good pace early on. Yeah, it's a solid plan, that. Get your Phoenix built up and then work on Imperial Troopers. If you can try and do them both at the same time, that's a really good farm. Or way of farming. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Essentially saying, right, how about we give you some steadfast retribution or whatever the buff's called to deal with. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do this here. I mean, there's probably a cheese. I haven't even looked at this today if I haven't made that clear, so I think I heard someone in my guild did it with Jabba. I'll probably end up doing that. Oh, they've got a new buff. But they've still got steadfast retribution. Oh, we've got the buff as well, okay. Whenever a character deals damage to an enemy or recovers health, again stack of morale. Okay, that's actually a pretty cool mechanic. Yeah, definitely the damage is going to get reflected. Ow. It's not impossible, but it's definitely whale bait. I say whale bait, that's been incredibly harsh on whales. But it is something that's basically geared to people who've got bounty hunters or a bounty hunter team that can do it. Yeah, like I say, Jabba's done it. That's essentially what they've done here. They've said, right, if you got Jabba, you can get the tier 10. If not, you're going to have to go lower. Yeah, to be fair, I don't really like what that means, because, like I say, Crimson can't do it. You know, so I'm going to lose out on something here. But, it's how it is. I have to remind myself to do the GCs sometimes. I'll do them on one of my accounts, and then I'll be like, alright, I'll do the other one later, and I forget to do it later. I'll end up getting rewards in my inbox, and I'll be like, why didn't I get it on my other account? Yeah, I think that's it. If you can get a few things done lower down, at least then you'll catch up. You might get box 7 or 8. Hopefully 8. Go and say, that's an interesting take. Cacao, is it? Oh, it's an interesting insult, that. Yeah, exactly. The Omicrons especially. I mean, the gear and the shards are kind of for me, but yeah, I've got to agree that it's probably more the mod materials actually as well that I feel I miss out on, especially when I don't get tier 10. If I get tier 8, it's okay for the Omicrons, but I feel like I still miss out on the mod mats. I've forgotten what I'm doing. Alright, that's it. I've got loads of energy to spend. Okay, who are we working on? Marin, I think. Aerotech. Yeah, I feel like I go for red when I can, but it's definitely a when I can. Hello, Osprey, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know why I paused them. I think that was kind of at the natural point when I'm used to like finishing, like, oh yeah, I've done my car attack now, and it's like, oh yeah, we got more. hopefully we can get another 11, and then that means we can go for another alt ticket. Yeah, we got an alt ticket. You need 5 more tokens for Crate 8, which gives me the other gold gear with furnaces and stuff. Yeah, again, that one's helpful. I think that's something I've been missing out on this account, to be honest, because when I've been taking characters to gear 13 lately, I feel like I've been missing out on some of these. I mean, I've got a load of them, but there have been the odd ones where I think I've been lacking. Try and work out which one it would be. Apparently none of these. But I know when I took rail, I didn't have some of those pieces, so it was kind of noticeable. Oh, Asprio, that's unlucky, man. Yeah, I feel like we have rounds like that. I mean, if it's worth anything, I think both of my opponents have got 8 GLs. So, actually, one's got 8, one's got 7. So, yeah, it kind of happens. Is it me or can't see the BAM bundle at the moment? If you're not, I think it's going to be a case if you're not level 85, you won't be able to see the bundle drafts. I'm farming them for Ray. I'm going to say we've got to get our ultimate. Yeah, actually, let's just hop and do that now. I think that's the thing. I do try with the GCs, but sometimes it's just like, oh god, you know, they kind of bait you into giving up just through how tedious they can be. All right, I got a ticket earlier with this team, so I'm sticking with it. I didn't know if it was earlier than that drafts. If I'm right, the Supreme Leader Kylo and Phoenix bundles are going to be around till the 1st, and they're coming later. So I'd have thought the BAM bundle had been gone before then. Okay, let's put that on RJT. She gets a poke. We can pass that to Zori, who can then stealth and do that. And we can then do that. Okay, that wasn't actually well thought out. Didn't cost us, but it wasn't well thought out. I forgot that the taunt applies after the counter, essentially. We should be fine, though. Nice amount of counters. Up. It's like every Bounty Hunter PvE mode is RNG. First you have the Chewy event, then the Bounty Hunter GCs. Yeah, I feel like the Bounty Hunters do sometimes get the rough end of the stick, but again, I feel like with Jabba, they've kind of baited people into that, essentially saying, look, Jabba can do this, so go get Jabba. It isn't good, but I do think that might be their thought process behind it. Like, don't say we haven't given you a chance, you know. I mean, again, my account here hasn't got Jabba, so I'm suffering in that regard, but I think that is their logic. Like, you've had long enough. Oh. Okay. Yeah, by no means is it easy. You know, I think it is where they essentially go, right, you might not have the ability to go for this character, but we're requiring it, so if you can't do it, then unfortunately you miss out this time. You know what I mean? It's not nice, but I think that's basically their way of just essentially incentivizing people to go for it when they can. What characters have dots? You want to do the feat, and there is 1 minute 20 second ad. Sorry about that. Alright, that one's down. Yeah, I can't say it seems enjoyable, Sabine. I really can't. And let's pass that there. I think I got my abilities mixed up then. I thought that that would do something different with RJT. Damage lash out thing? Do you mean with that, or with the bounty hunter event, or are you talking about something else? I mean, technically it is damage when you think about it. I mean, if it wasn't damage, it wouldn't kill a unit. You know what I mean? If it, put it like this, right? If a character had one ability, had one ability that was an insta-kill, but the rest of the abilities were passive abilities, they wouldn't be a passive. But, like, again, we're talking about Disintegrate here. If you use Disintegrate on a raid boss, it deals damage. So technically there is damage in there, even if it can bypass damage immunity. Oh, he did Dengar lead. That is something I wouldn't have anticipated working. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're a fifth of the way here. Long way to go. Yeah, I can imagine Bosca's just for the fact that, you know, he's obviously going to keep healing. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the fact is, because the ability can deal damage, not necessarily it will deal damage, you know, it's an insta-kill. Because it can deal damage, it is still an attacking move. Do you know what I mean? It's like the damage is just not recorded on screen, but there is damage, if that makes sense. It just gets through the damage immunity. That's how I see it, anyway. It's not a bug or anything, it's just the way the logic of the game works. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask you answer you there, Soppers. I would have thought that you won't try Darth Vader lead, because if you got the Zeta on Darth Vader lead, you'll be able to keep applying or reapplying dots. But even if you haven't got the lead, you could always do Emperor Palpatine, Vader. I'm trying to think of some others off the top of my head. For some reason, Malak comes into mind, but I don't think he's actually got dots in his kit. I think maybe it's just synergy with it. Wampa's another shout. Wampa does it. Canderous. So there are a few. Yeah, Marin's a good Night Sister. She does need Night Sisters to be good, but she is a good Night Sister. Yeah, try Darth Vader's a good shout. Essentially, as long as Darth Vader's there and he can take enough turns to actually apply dots, you'll get it. Alright, we just need to do some modding. And thankfully I'm doing Rays. It's a bit of a weird one to be upgrading this, but even though the speed's maxed, I want to get the other stats filled up. Okay, that's all good. So I need 15 of these. think we'll do some refreshes. We seem to be okay on crystals. Alright, I want to see what it looks like, because I have already calibrated this, it seems. Oh, that is just horrendous. As far as RNG goes, that is horrendous, getting all those rolls on protection instead of either of the healths. Ugh. Flex something in your roster. We will do, Sabine. In the meantime, I am just going to roll this, because even though it's 40 calibration units... Oh, you're kidding me! That's all keep it, it's better than the original, but that is just... That is filthy. I thought I was... You know, I thought 40 was like, okay, you know... Ooh, I don't even know. That is just disgusting. It's absolutely bonkers, that. I mean... Don't get me wrong, it's good if you want to try and reroll speed to get a higher speed, but just in this sense that you think it's got 2 empty targets and it decides, oh yeah, I'm going rolling myself. It's like... Gotta laugh at this sometimes. Gotta laugh. Right, grab some of these and then we can have a look at Sabine. I just don't believe that, though. Absolutely mental. Right, let's see if we can spot you. Okay. Ooh, very nice. Chunky R9. Very chunky health pool. Protection pool's looking good. Well, not as important, but still nice to see. And very good speed. I like it. Alright, so we've got health. Very nice. One thing that I would say, if you want to try and get a little bit advanced, shall we say, once you're at R9, there is an argument that you can swap out the health primary on the arrow for a crit avoidance arrow. Again, you would need good health percentage on the secondaries to kind of compensate. But the logic is, if you get crit avoidance, then it just means that it will become harder for General Skywalker to beat the team. Not impossible, but harder, because when you think with his leadership, they gain 80% crit avoidance. If you then add another 35 on top, and Sky Guy's team likes to crit a lot. So yeah, just a thought. Okay, if you feel alright with Assassin. Just having a look for your Assassin. I'm curious why that happens. Okay, so that... If you haven't got Malik in the team, you can gain turn meter.
Let's go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch.
He does from Sith units. No, it's for Sith allies as well. I remember because it was a big thing when he was released. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Alright, now I'm confused. I could have... I apologise for the correction. correcting you there. But that was it, yeah, to prevent EP lead. Yeah, I apologise because I did get that completely wrong, but I did remember that it was because of EP. But yeah, I could have sworn it was Sith units, not Sith enemies. Yeah, that really threw me. So essentially, you can throw Assassin in there. There will be 2 meter gains. Yeah, I'm just generally confused about what the issue was, because maybe there was a thought about mirror matches at the time, and that's why people were off-put doing Assassin. Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Because I can understand the 2 meter gain. Sith allies gain 12% 2 meter for each buff honor, so they're going to keep going because of that. But yeah, I find that very interesting. I have to give that a go, because I've got Relic 6 Sith Assassin, and I've also got I've got to take her up higher, obviously, for Leviathan, so I might give that a go. Just see how it plays on defense. Interesting. But yeah, I would still, I know I've gone around it, but if you want to make it even more difficult, I would still advise crit avoidance on Malgus. From what I've seen, that is something that top players do. Hey up, Liam. Are you looking forward to your GAC? Let's go here. Let's get these done just before I forget. For those who don't know, Liam is up against one of my guildmates today. It was mentioned on my Discord server. So, it's funny really, Penn doesn't like 3v3, so we were talking about it maybe at the start of last week, just saying maybe it'd be good if there was some way of just making it more exciting for him. And only a little bit, but I don't know, he might at least take an interest in this round. Even if it's just to try and show a bit of guild pride. Candy's good at Relic. I mean, I've got him at gear 12 on my main, and I really wish I could just give him some extra materials. Nothing eye-catching here. You know, I think I am going to try and push these through, though. I feel like I need to get these up next 5. That way, I've got enough for Revan and Malik. Well, that reminds me, I've recorded my 6-month farming review, so I've got to do the thumbnail, so that's probably a job for hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, keep an eye out for it on YouTube. I've got to do a whole bunch of thumbnails next couple of days. I'm behind on editing YouTube. Nah, nothing else good there. Yeah, honestly, you kind of contradict yourself there a little bit, I think, because if you're doing Gar and you've got ISC at Relic, you might as well do Kandris because you want the full Darkside team. So you kind of do need to Relic him, if that makes sense. It's a bit like saying, alright, I've Relic'd JKR, Jolie, GMY and Bastler. Oh, I might as well do General Kenobi. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, let's grab some of that, and grab some of that. I really need to do something with them. But now that it can wait. I'm a little bit miffed that this ultimate event thing isn't coming around soon. And I know it is soonish, but it still feels a way off, I mean. I just want to get Ben unlocked. "11 minutes till GAC, right, we better shut down Crimson." Let's just skip that. Don't know why that didn't vibe with me. Okay. Let's do that. I think that's the bottom line, isn't it? You know, if you're doing Maul, ISC, and Gar, then you do the other two anyway. Even if you got Django there conveniently, as you say, you do the other one as well, you know. But saying that, Candy's not bad anyway. I feel like Candy was the one carrying Maul teams to a degree before them pair got the upgrade, so by no means is it a bad upgrade. I'm actually saying that. I'm assuming Arnold or something will try this, but I wonder if they've done Lord Vader, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Maul, ISC, and Gar. And I don't know if I've just added too many there, but Lord Vader, Gar, ISC, Maul, DTMG. Yeah, that's 5, isn't it? In a way, that should be a tough team, because you've got 2 tanks, a Maul revive, the true damage from ISC. You say that, but especially at the top level, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, at the top level, they're doing a load of goofy things just because they've got plenty of units spare. Maybe for myself it would be a problem, but I haven't got Lord Vader, so it's not an option anyway. That's a bit I'd be curious about. Is it too much to spare? No, I'm miles off, Raver. Miles and miles off. It's not so much that though, really. I mean, when you think about it, and I will just double check this before I commit to what I'm saying, DCMG, if I remember right, is still classed as Empire? Where is he? Here he is. Yeah, he's got the Empire tag, so he's a tank, so he will still do the same kind of job that Royal Guard would. Ooh, that could be interesting. I know I was looking on Discord earlier, and he had said something. You did see that he joined my server, didn't you? I tried to connect the two of you. Yeah, he wrote, I know I'll be busy all weekend, so I hope I will have enough time to attack today. So he might be trying to attack early on. If you ping him, he might be able to sort something out. Even if it's just a quick DM saying when you're planning it. But yeah, go and say. I'm curious who comes out on top, because the thing is, I know you as a player are very good. And I'm not knocking Penn there either, but I know Penn's got the thicker roster. So I'm just curious if he's able to sort of get through your traps, if you like. I've got to back my guild, mate, but I certainly give you good odds. Let's go to Marauder. I want to get Marauder to R7 just so at least he's on par with the rest of my shards. Or my shard. Although farming these is like pulling teeth. Yeah, we got 5 Raver then, so it's a little bit better than 2 Watch Shards of GOTB, but it is still a very slow slog. Yeah, I feel like 5v5 is definitely a time to play around with the full potential of a team, unless it's something like Tuscans where their only real viability is 3v3. I'm going to say R9 Ray would certainly be interesting. Have you got Cal? I can't remember. When I say Cal, I know I'm pretty sure you got Cal Kestis at whatever Rallic. But I'm thinking if you got like Padawan Cal, shall we call him? Have you got him like Rallics? Because I know that would be really nasty with Ray. I find 3v3 more annoying, but easier than 5v5 in your current GAC experience, mainly because I have more teams to use if I fail. There is that benefit that you can sometimes work your way through something, but how I find it, usually if I'm stuck on something, I am stuck in 3v3. Like not last round, sorry, but the round before. We got stuck on Jabber, I think. And as soon as you've lost, you've lost. There's not really a plan B. Whereas sometimes in 5v5, you can maybe find another off-meta counter or something. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that will definitely help you. It'll definitely help you if you're only one at team per zone. Your Baby Cal's R3. That's probably still good enough for a Datacron though, isn't it? So, you could probably get away with that. I mean, I shouldn't really be giving you thoughts like this if you wanted to make it even more tricky. But, yeah, when I've seen Ray-Ben Cal, it's like, that is not very fun. 3v3's torturing Chromium 3-1, Erodium and Carver. Yeah, it does get a bit rough the more teams you have to put down. I'm not that against 3v3, at least compared to Conquest. I've said that before. Conquest is right at the top of my things I'd put straight in the bin in SWGOH. But 3v3 is not that far off the top. Hey, nice one, Osprey. I've just got my second here, so I'm not far behind you. You got other plans with Ray. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. There is one advantage to me streaming. You'll hear me typing if I was to suddenly disclose something to Pen, so he's someone who doesn't go on Twitch either. So, yeah, I've got that going in your favour. It's not like I'm suddenly going to be sharing trade secrets. Well, I'm actually farming here. It's these three, innit? Yeah, it was a little bit funny actually. I think it was last year he actually said he was sorry he doesn't come on streams. I was like, don't worry, man. I know there's people who don't like streams or whatever. You don't mind Conquest mainly because of how fast you get Gear 13s during Conquest. Instead of one Gear 13 a week average, you get 2 weeks during Conquest. I think that might be just an indicator of the difference between the different Conquest tiers. Like when it gets to hard Conquest, you're not really doing it for the rewards except for the character shards. I mean, I couldn't really tell you what's in the end box except for the shards for the character. You know, and I can understand it because, you know, in the easy and normal, you probably really want whatever gear's in there. Whereas, by my point, it's like, yay, I got 5 more Zetas, 5 more whatever, you know, and it's like, I'm not really that bothered by that point, you know. Maybe there'll be a time when I am really eager for it, but it's usually not that big a thing. Yeah, exactly. I think if it is for a focus on gear, it's probably alright for you. I mean, again, I can't really say I need the gear like that because they don't give you good enough quantities. You know, like I don't know for sure, but it's like maybe they give you 10 car attack or something. 10, 15, it's like, yeah. You know, it's not bad, but it doesn't exactly do much for me. You take some car attack over no car attack, but still it's like... We've got a bit of a way to go then. Kitty Cat is probably the next big one for you. Apparently you messed it up because you used hot utils to load Raven mods. Apparently I need to go through the text after I won. I'm actually curious what that's saying. Oh, okay, so essentially you put mods on to do the Ray mission and used your Raven mods and that wasn't the right mod set? I think that's what you mean. If I'm getting your meaning. You won, but no ult mat? That's wrong. You should always... unless you've got 10 out of 10 ult mats, you should always get an ult mat. I feel like I'm being captain stating the obvious there. Yeah, there's a bit of text, don't there? Like the, I wanted to take your hand, Ben's hand. Sorry, I've done the event quite a lot of times now. I've seen this a lot. So essentially, you think the event didn't bring the victory sign on, so because you were swapping mods, it didn't count it? That sucks if that's the case. Alright, sorry, I just saw this while I was looking for a channel on here, and that one got a wry little smile out of me. What the hell is that even meant to be there? An ice cream? Oh, I like that. Where's my droid brain? My droid center. Need to know what I'm farming. We're working on Starkiller's Cross and then Sith Assassin's Triangle. I don't know if I've done the former. But yeah, that really blows. I've got to agree with the sentiment. You know, the fact that essentially you've done the event, but because you backed out of it a little too quick, you don't get the reward. I think that's a bit shoddy of them. But I kind of get it from their point of view. It's like, we put this text in, you know. Yeah, Tamin's in a funny place right now in the sense that I've got multiple plates spinning, but they're all very under control. Slacker will probably be the next big unlock because I've got everything bar Finalizer and we're just waiting for the Finalizer event to come around. This is probably the longest gap it's been since Finalizer came around, to my thoughts. But yeah, we got that. And then, let me think. We've got JK Cal's shards, well, all the characters ready. They're all at gear 12, so I can do the event when that comes around. We're farming layer stuff, so that is actually my Journey Guide project right now. And yeah, I think besides that, we're not really doing much else. Maybe just bumping up a few characters that we need to, like saying getting the Afro droids to good relics. That's like something I want to do. Like, I want to get Marauder up to relic 7 so that my tank is decently tanky for fleet. But yeah, other than that, that is about what we got going on right now. I've got to agree there with Bane. I feel like I don't... Again, I go on about Conquest a lot, but I really don't like the game mode. But with Bane coming out, I feel like my free-to-play has got to try and put some effort in this month. And it's just going to suck because I know they're going to put in some feats that I will just have to find cheeses for. I get the feeling they'll probably block me, if we're being frank. I've got this gut feeling my free-to-play has got to aim for gold box and aim to get Bane in 6 months. Because I'm sure they'll put feats in that will block me. Like, I'm thinking they'll probably put in... I actually saw this on Reddit, so I am stealing it a little bit, but I agreed with the idea. They'll probably put in Mandalorians. They'll say, right, you need to win with a full light side team of Mandalorians, a full dark side team of Mandalorians. And then they'll probably do something with one of these new factions they've put in, like, say... I'm trying to think of some new factions. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something like win 40 battles with Calla and Beck surviving. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's the grind that does me. I mean, to an extent, I don't mind chasing feats. It's just sometimes they're just so rough. I mean, on my main, I did get red crate each time last time, but the last one, this past one, I didn't have Voluntary Vanguard. That was rough, trying to get those Tusken Warrior kills without Voluntary Vanguard, because essentially, you've got... The only cheese that I found was one on Sector 4's mini-boss. And the cheese did involve Voluntary Vanguard, because the idea was you're able to keep that on Malak, and then Malik would eventually get dazed by the Rabbit Trooper, and then Tusken Warrior always got called to assist. So it was a brilliant cheese. So when you haven't got that, you've got to find a way around it, and the best thing I came up with was doing... I think it was Crew, and then... That was it, it was Crew, but we had like a weird mishmash of data discs. I think Deadly Catalyst was one. And it did work in the end, but you're looking at it, you're going, God, can't you just... Why 100 kills? 50 is tedious enough, but 100 is just pure torture. And the worst bit is, they put the thing in the past saying, oh yeah, you know, if you want buy this, you know, for an extra, what, 18 quid? You know, you can skip these feats. This is the thing, Kit, as much as I agree with your sentiment, it's like a phoenix, it rises from the ashes to blaze hell on us all. Or at least all of us who care about it. Hello there, by the way. I'm at the end of a rant on it, or a mini rant. Yet when Darth Bane is arriving, it feels impossible to ignore it. You know, we don't know the kit, but it just seems like it's going to be something that is going to be like Malgus level, something absolutely broken in terms of making Sith Eternal Emperor viable. So to ignore it feels like being really lackadaisical. I know, shock horror. They did say at the bottom of the release that the next one would be light side, so they have acknowledged that they've gone very heavy dark side lately. Yeah, I'll give them a little bit of praise for that. You know, self-awareness is something worthy of praise at times. Well, it'll be Bane for the next three for the next three conquests, and then the next three will be a light side release. I heard someone saying it could be Red 5, but I feel like Red 5's been teased forever. I certainly wouldn't bank on it, but I wouldn't discount it either. I really hope Red 5 isn't Conquest. I want an enjoyable Red 5 release. Like, you know, it's not something I wail on, but it's still something that I would push so hard for, and I just don't want it to be tainted by Conquest. Yeah, I mean, the last light side release, I'm pretty sure Sabine tracked it for us the other week, was Ben Solo, so it's over a year. Have we done everything there? Because I know we've got to get into GAC. No, I keep forgetting what I'm doing. This is just how much of a drippy memory I've got. I'm farming Karatech. Going to say, you didn't turn up yesterday, so you don't get a fleet climb. I only give fleet climbs to the full attendances. I was actually thinking then, did I actually do a fleet climb on stream yesterday? And I did. I did my fleet climb downstairs earlier, and I did get first on both, but it's rough when you want to spend time with someone and you're like, all right, I'm just pressing buttons here, you know, just ignore me for half an hour. Honestly, as far as fleet climbs going, you didn't miss much. I had an interesting GAC. I won both, although I was kind of gifted one of them. I say kind of, I was gifted one of them. I think if Crimson's opponent had wanted to destroy me, they could have done. The 3v3 apathy is strong. Although, I'm going to show Temin obviously in a minute. I don't really know what happened with Temin's opponent. I looked at the attacks they made and it was a little bit odd. I couldn't work out what they were thinking. Well, I don't know if you've seen in my server, but Pen has matched up with Liam, who's in chat, and for me that's entertaining. That's like on the level of you and Revan having a match the other week. Granted, it's outside the guild as far as Liam, but you know, I still find it entertaining, just hearing how that one goes. Yeah, because a bit like how Revan had got better mods than you, I feel like that's kind of how it swings with Liam and Pen. Liam's got more datacrons and maybe better mods, I haven't seen the compare. But Pen's obviously got more GLs and units, so it's an interesting matchup. I'm hyping it up. I don't even get to see it, but I'm hyping it. Alright, we're all done here. Gotta stop looking at my account. Just check I've done my dailies though. Yeah, we're all done here. Right, GAC time. Yeah, he got unlucky with Negotiator, if I recall correctly, didn't he? It was pure RNG, yeah. But saying that, Revan's now got 8 GLs. I'm a shock at that. Just for everyone who doesn't know, Revan's in my main guild, and honestly, it... I see darts coming, I just hear that play. I don't know if it was loud enough, but I heard it. Alright, I hope darts. Yeah, I thought you might have the better mods, Liam. Sorry, that just made me laugh. But let's just bring up Revan. Where is he? He'll be in my guild. Yeah, so he's in Kyber 2, and he started his account around the same time as Crimson, so my free-to-play. He's now 9.8 million GP, so about the same size as Tamin. Yeah, he's got all the GLs. Ray, I believe, is just a little bit lower because she hasn't got her ult yet. Oh, and the Zetas. But, yeah, honestly, I'm in awe of the man. How the heck he's been so efficient and got all these GLs unlocked? I mean, okay, granted, I haven't asked him, but I assume he's light speeded. But still, I'm in awe. It's incredible just as far as getting it up to scratch. It doesn't actually look like he's... no, yeah. Maybe he did it a little. Yeah, he did it a little because of the pilot. Yeah, I was going to say, I'll give him a little bit of leeway. I mean, when you think he didn't go all of it because the vets are still there. But yeah, I'll give him a little bit of leeway. Yeah, and Zori's still down here. Just a little bit. When you think, though, if you say, right, okay, fair enough, Ray wasn't close. If you say, right, Slacker wasn't close. Did he have Slacker? No, 4 Zeta, so I assume not. Still, I can't help it. I can't. I think he's bridged his gap really well. It is a while since I actually checked on his roster, so maybe I'm just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly kind. But, yeah, whenever I've looked at his roster and his speeds, he's always done great, so... I just want to big up the man. Yeah, I think with the mods as well, he would definitely have an advantage. Okay. He's someone I'm glad is in our guild, let's say that. I think if he got poached to another guild, I would be very upset. Right, so, I did tease this. Last round, we did get the win, but I don't really know what happened for my opponent. Now, I get part of it, which was Jabba. I mean, we've seen ourselves that Jabba's a bit of a menace right now. So that doesn't surprise me. That kind of does. Because, yes, the Datacron's the good Datacron, but I haven't got an Omicron. So I thought it might be one of those where it trips someone up, but it doesn't stop someone. So I am surprised at that. They beat my Malgus? Fair enough. So it's a little bit of an interesting scenario. If it's any consolation kit, I'm going to do it very, very soon. I've not had an Omicron to spare, but I won't just talk the talk. But yeah, it is interesting. I honestly thought they could do more. They got a lot left, so a little bit of a surprise. I'm just thinking, we did Ben, didn't we? Sorry, I'm tracking my Omicrons on Tammin. I did Ben's third one recently. And I'm just trying to track like other projects I've got going on. It's not like I need one for Cal. I don't need one imminently for anything layer related. So yeah, my next one actually hasn't got a destination. I mean, if I just go on my account, let me just double check that. That might have been what... Sorry, I was just thinking that might be what was confusing me in my head, that I was also toying with Seer. As far as, obviously, Seer Malikos is brilliant right now. I know that's not one Omicron, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. But, yeah, on paper it actually makes more sense to do a Tuscan one first. I mean, why not? If I do Chieftain first, it's a bit backwards in the sense that I would then kind of have to do 2 Tuscan teams, but at my level that might not be a bad thing. Because I've got Dad Bob Boba at Relic 7, so he's built for it. But I also do know what people have said, that it does make sense to do Raider in a Chieftain Warrior team. I'm really going to think on it. But I actually do think this is logical, because whether I do Raider, leave these two, well, leave Chieftain, or if I do Chieftain then do Raider, the Tuscans would benefit from a 3v3 army at this Relic investment. Well, I do have him. We got Taran here. They've been Relic for a little while now, but I took them up to Relic 5 minimum last week, maybe? Week before? And I partly did it because I wanted to make sure that Warriors Datacron was useful. I mean, in fairness, when Darth Unkai was, around these parts, yeah, the Tuscans might have been a project then. And that was before Chieftain and Warrior. So I don't actually have any regrets about that. It is darts. I'm not enthused about that. I mean, the worst bit for me is that it launches Christmas Day. There is no way in hell I am picking up my phone Christmas Day and getting like the early reset like I would any other month. Any month I'd try and get my phone at like 6 or whatever and do an hour on Conquest to sort of get some energy used before reset. But yeah, like you say, I just refuse to do it. I mean, Christmas Day and play SWGOH the absolute minimum. Like, I won't even do fleet battles, I'll just in and out just to get my daily done. And that's pretty much a toilet trip, for argument's sake. So it's like, there's no way I'm doing a full hour of Conquest. Exactly. If they had any sense, they'd delay Conquest by a week. They'd just say, you know what, we get it, we'll just move the date. But they won't, because it affects calendars and all that. I mean, I can see that point of view. This is where I have a funny thing with Christmas and all this, because I know on Christmas Day in the past I've seen people pop up on my phone on streams, and if my mum looks, she'll be like, why are people streaming on Christmas Day? And I'm like, some people just don't have other things to do, so they'd rather stream and just interact like that. I think it's one of those where if you don't stream, you don't get it. I know if I was on my own, I'd be tempted, because, it's like, I'd rather try and put myself out there and at least engage with anyone else who, like me, was not busy. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let me just adjust my cap. Let's show you what this mess of a GAC's entailing, because it's going to be messy. So we're up against Thesa Odai. We've got a very small GP difference between us, 300k, but it doesn't look great after that. I mean, 24 Zetas behind, fair enough. 2 Omicrons ahead, I'm happy with that. 1 Relic behind, we're not counting that, obviously, it's like bleh. 7 Relic 5 Plus ahead, very small. We've got Datacron advantage, that's a very big plus in our column because we've got the 6-dot-mod advantage, but we don't make it count with the actual speeds. I mean, they've got 17 more 25 pluses, the numbers after don't look great either, so there's a bit of a gap there. And it really doesn't help when you look at the Galactic Legends. They've got every single Galactic Legend compared to me only having 3. So while I'm grateful I've got 3 now instead of 2, it's still an uphill battle. And finally we have got all the ships. At this point I'm beginning to think that I won't be changing the screen much. Yeah, so it's looking like it's going to be messy on paper. Oh joy. Joy to the world, layers on defense. Okay, so just a quick glance for anyone who's not seen my defense. Nothing too fancy. Or at least I don't feel like there's anything too fancy. Southwall has got a few nice presents for my opponent, as you saw. But no changes from the last round, so let's see the details of what they put down. If there's a Drogon Kron, I am almost tempted to just call it quits now. I don't need to say much else there, do I? Yep, Osprey knows. Osprey saw me yesterday. Crimson got absolutely humiliated. It was the first time I'd seen a Drogon Kron. It was certainly memorable. Okay, we can maybe do some stuff down south. We might get more than 10, but I think we're playing with our food if we're being honest, because I suspect they could do some good stuff. It's looking like you're kind of around for sure, Kit. Okay, you know how to get a laugh out of me, Darts, I'll give you that. Alright, I'm going in with Afra. I've got no idea if this will be as good as yesterday or if there's going to be some hiccup, but Afra for me is like, let's just go. We've got a Kron, we've got the good level 6, we've got the good level 9. Let's go. 100% Raver success rate. I've had a few mistakes on the mission. Usually when GI gets stunned at the start, that is a very rough thing to recover from. So, hopefully it doesn't happen too often. Alright, blinded. Great start. Alright, it hasn't got the levels. I know it's a great time to check, but it hasn't got that horrible level 9, so that's something. Worst you've had was losing 7 Sister for the JMK part. Yeah, I think I've had that recently as well. That was a little bit rough, no lie. You can recover from it, like you say, but it's very dicey trying to juggle Grand Inquisitor keeping everyone alive, essentially. Alright, so there's Chris again. Yeah, bye-bye Chrysanthemum. I could have increased cooldowns there, but I thought, why do that? I mean, yeah, we got a few bombs on us, but might as well just get Chrysanthemum out. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. I didn't see that, Osprey, that he's got the previous set on for some reason. How I see it, Liam, you're good enough as it is. Gotta give people like me a chance, man. Alright. I think with Starkiller the Ray, then CLS the Starkiller. Oop. I was getting ahead of myself there. Yeah, I really want to take BT1 to Relegate, but I might chicken out and go only to 7. It depends how I'm feeling when it comes to relicking him. I mean, he's Relic 5 now and he's doing really well, but you just know he would clinch a win with the damage he's putting out. Alright, pop up helps. Hang in here, pal. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird, but I'm not too worried about platoons. Alright. Okay. Well, we did say it could be a rough round. That was a drop I didn't really want, though. Not that one, that one. Yeah, there probably was a misplay in there like that. I mean, I'm just trying to think. That I feel like what happened is Ray got into a damage immunity too fast, essentially. So obviously Palp took a hit very early on. Yeah, I just didn't really recover from that point. It's where it's kind of annoying using Starkiller in 3v3 because it can still do things, but it's not as good as 5v5. By no means is Starkiller bad, it's just when you're missing Visas, you're missing that backup, if you like. Even when she hasn't got the Cron, she's still there as a, oh, someone died, right, let me bring him back. I never said, by the way, Liam, but when it comes to R9, I think that's probably overkill for something that isn't a tank. But I know if you got a load of R9 materials, you could probably afford to try it. That's a good point. I did forget that, but yeah. I do remember that from looking at the kits yesterday. Okay. We don't like that. More because it's early. You know, that's a long time for Rex to hang in here. Could have really done with 5s just hanging around a bit longer. Oof. That can be evaded, can't it? Yeah. Alright, hang in there, Rex. If we can yeet Marauder, it's one less. And of course we can't yeet Marauder. Yep, there he goes. I could have maybe tried dealing damage to Malgus, you know, I could have gone that route about it, but yeah. Considering this is not an optimal Malgus team and it's only Relic 4, I feel really salty that I'm going to lose to this. Oh, it looks like I am. If Gas pulls this out, he's done well. We got the sides at least. Alright, what can we do about this? Maybe we do dash? Yeah. I think in my head I was thinking let's just clean up, but like I say, we could have prevented the AoE. Not the AoE, the second special. Don't know why I thought there was an AoE then. Okay. Let's put Captive there, because I wouldn't go for Zam early. And we'll do that. Hello R3D3. You unlocked Ray today, very excited. Is there a mod build you'd recommend? The one I've been doing on the 2 Rays I've unlocked this past couple of weeks, I've gone for offense and health sets, and I try and aim for a goal of 200k health and 10,000 physical damage. So maybe not the exact answer you're after, but that is what I've been working towards. Vandal, can we get past that, please? Okay. Vandal, you just have that, pal. There we go. Stun. Nope, apparently not. Can you recover health in any way? Apparently not. Alright, we're just about hung in there. But yeah, like if I just go to my Ray for a minute, because it should be the same from lock-in. Here we go. I've got mine to R8, so numbers may vary. But yeah. We've got, oh, okay, so we've got a data chron applied, so it's going to mess the numbers around a little bit, but kind of gives you a rough idea. I mean, I'm not really looking for speed, you know. Speed's maybe nice, but you don't necessarily mod for it. And the damage is where I wanted it, pretty much 10k plus, so it's not looking too bad. But yeah, let me just try and quick math that. I guess that's about 205? 205 normally. I'm probably out there. Okay. Let's see what's going on down here. We could probably Mando this. I'm a little bit wary of using Grief though. I'll take that as a positive that I'm close to an R9 stat level. I don't know why I even thought about that for a second. I don't want to use Grief because it means if I see a Lord Vader I'm kind of boned, but honestly I think we're just doing what we need to do right now. I would have liked to have seen Greedo, but honestly this is just the safe option, isn't it? It's the boring option, but it's the safe option. Alright. I don't believe that. I haven't even got my critics available. Keep the taunt up, Bosky. Yeah, I get that. I think just seeing Greedo not crit would have been disappointing, because when you think of all that crit avoidance... Was I shocked? It makes me in-game and out-of-game then. I'm looking here just in case I've got something really off-meta that could take down Ray, but I think we're just going to have to burn JML. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess. There we go. I get the feeling Liam would like facing you, Kit. It'd be like Lord of the Rings. Meat's back on the menu. Okay. Right, get the stun, just keep those sides quiet. But yeah, I mean, like Liam was asking earlier about what I'm working on this account, and I did say it, I've got a video coming out soon, TM. Just saying what I'm actually working on, but long and tail of it is right now on Tamin, I've got a couple of GL farms lined up. So it's very much a case of just juggling things until we get them unlocked. You care about Night Sister Datacrons, to be fair. Well, you care about Night Sister Datacrons, and you care about things like the Love Vadacron that are absolutely broken that mean you don't have to play. So I'm actually surprised you haven't gone for the Drogencron. I'm actually trying to think what I could take in just for a giggle against that. Oh wow, poor Oda. You don't have her, but you will have her. I bet you'll get it before I do, anyway. Okay, that sucks. I'm trying to increase cooldowns. I don't think it works, but I was trying. There we go. Yeah, you might get there. You might get a round or two. Yeah, I know, I was just kind of hoping. Hope doesn't win things, but we aren't winning, as you've said. That's subpar. That is as well a bit. Yeah, she doesn't have cooldowns. You're right. I was just living in dreamland. You mean this god tier Ewok?
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in the
Yeah, you did. You're probably not wrong, but I want to just see how they get on. Because obviously Wicket's going to stealth Nisa. So we've only got Chirper who we can hit, but we are stacking up a lot of bonus protection. And plus no Alder means that there's no revives. It's not a level 9 Nisa Crons. Just looking at the positives. As someone who likes Ewoks. I just kind of want to see how they get on in this situation, if I'm being honest. I mean, the worst bit really is Nest isn't countering. I can understand it when they're under stealth, but man, oh man, there are a lot of attacks that aren't under stealth. Right. Chirper was nearly down then. I feel like I need to just engage a little bit and just tell Nest to focus on Chirper, because then at least we can focus on Nisa or Wicket when they're under stealth. There we go. Ooh, that didn't help. Although that is good. Expose the blind. Okay, granted, that was sucky. I can't remember Nisa's kit verbatim, but I'm wondering if in that cleanse ability there is health and protection recovery. Or if that might be the Cron. No, just that. Ooh, lovely. Okay. Go for Wicket. When you think they gain a lot of buffs. I mean, Nisa makes it harder for Nest, but really there's nothing that big in there. Yeah, I do agree. It's essentially ramping up my Nest. Because they gain a lot of buffs anyway, as a team. But with 3v3 they gain less, so it's kind of equaling out what they would gain. That's my biggest concern really right now, that there's a lot of damage. You just think if they get a good hit on me while on my opponent's protection's down, we could be in trouble. There we go. Yeah, I've got to say, it does look pretty sensible. It doesn't look anything too outlandish. I will agree there, R3. Yeah, I think that's the issue there. There wasn't enough damage. You know, and it's a shame, because I do love the Ewoks, and I think Nisa is a good addition, but I think the Cron has really elevated her. Yeah, I do have a fair chunk of tenacity on Nest, so hopefully that helped. Right, we'll just take this down somehow. Actually, I didn't even commit to doing something against Drogon. What would be funny to see get destroyed by Drogon? I think we'd do Inquisitors. I say that because Inquisitors is... Actually, no. Wrong team. Nearly sent the wrong thing in to get destroyed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wampa doesn't deserve that. Wampa's been neglected. We don't punish Wampa. These lot, they've been treated well, and they're now sucking for me by comparison to those who have Raver. So they can get a bit of punishment. And I'll even apply a Tusken Cron that has got no hope in being used. Oh, for sure, Sebastian. For sure. We're not trying to beat her because we can't. I've lost this GA, so we're just goofing around. Well, I haven't lost as such, but I know it's a massive uphill battle for me to do anything. Oh dear, whatever shall we do? You know, I actually didn't realise there was Mastery Down in Layers Kit. That at least is educational for me. I can take that out of this. It's only a small thing, but you know, it's like, okay. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the number of times we saw Inquisitors and Galactic Challenges, it was really pathetic. You know what, actually, I'm going to call it here. I know we got a load left, but it's like, I could goof around, but that Raver's looking at me as if to say, what? What are you going to do? What? And I'm like, I haven't got a plan for him. So I could chip away at that bat wall, but honestly, these say you might as well have the banners. I haven't got Slacker. We've used all our GLs at this point. We've got Ray and Jabber on defense. I had the JML available, but used it on a Ray. Those are the three I've got. We've got Slacker's requirements up, but he's except for Finalizer. Layer's the goal right now, but we're a bit away. And these three are in my thoughts moving forward. Treya on this account is not farmed properly. No Omicron, Cyan and Nihilus and Savage are all low gear. So definitely not an option for Raver. So yeah, a little bit sad. But if you do have a look at my last farming video, you'll see where they were before, and they have really grown a lot since then. The entire Sith faction has. I have been doing well. Honestly, look at my last farming video. It was released in June. If you think they're bad now, have a look at what they were like then. Exactly, Bo. Although I gave Kit a little bit of leeway. He has been a little bit treacherous lately as far as up and leaving my guild, but we will forgive him. Let's get Crimson open. How you doing, Bo? I'm going to say I really hope you know when I'm being serious. Besides, when I left Hermits for a spell, I had to put up with a hell of a lot of comments about being a traitor. I feel like it's only the last year that it's been forgotten. Oh, that was brutal. Every time I had a conversation, it was like, oh, the traitor's here. Oh. I will reiterate this, by the way. This is just stream related, but I did put it on Discord last week. If you're a sub, you get it for, you know, easily as far as, you know, it's just like, I'll do it. But I'm pretty much doing it for anyone who asks anyway. We've got stream intros. So essentially, as soon as you start talking in the chat, it'll play a soundbite of your choice. So like earlier on, Lord of the Darts started talking in chat, and it played a sound clip of his choosing. So yeah, if you want that, I've left a little thread on my Discord channel, or my Discord server. So just leave a comment there saying what you want, preferably with the sound clip you want, and I'll put it in. I try not to do roster reviews, Sebastian, only because I really go into depth with them. I used to do them on YouTube as like full videos, and yeah, they used to take me a while. But I can have a quick glance if you want, just see where you are. It's like on my channel points, if you check them out, we've got something called Flex something on my roster. So I don't mind doing that, just showing off something and taking a look at it, but when it comes to like a full-on review, I'm like, for my own sanity, I had to stop doing it. At least in the way I was doing it. just thinking, I shared a link to that yesterday. There we go. It kind of got to that point. I mean, I enjoyed the principle of it because I do actually enjoy helping people with the rosters. But at the time, we got a channel dedicated to people who wanted roster reviews, and it kept growing and growing and growing. And I didn't have time to actually record them, so it was just like it's like a figurative desk full of paperwork growing. And adding the fact at the time I was running 4 accounts, it was just something that I was glad to stop doing. Granted, now I've got 2, you'd think I've got less time, so I could do them again, but I've actually picked up other things now, like I've got my Marvel Snap stuff to do. Granted, I haven't made a lot of videos on that lately, but I'm still playing the game. And, what do you call it? Got the Let's Play channel as well. Don't dish your ships? Well, I wouldn't dare. Oh, okay, I'll say that. If I do think it need improving, I would say it, but that's just because I don't believe in lying, shall we call it. That's strange. It's alright, I've said this to you before. I have like Twitch chat on my phone just so that if like it stops showing here, I can still see it. And it's miles behind. The last message it's got is from Osprey talking about Cheese and Conquest. There we go, it's cool. I think it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of messages behind, like a full GA behind. Yeah, exactly. You took priority. Like, my phone literally didn't want to let me forget you'd said it. Alright, we're going to go into this GA with a bit more optimism, even though I'm not entirely sure it's going to pay off. And we're going to set something up, if I can find it. I'm doing this and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm probably miles off here. It's not that. Events? I want to set up a prediction, and I know I could do it via... the actual Twitch, but I'm just curious if this app can do it. Oh, not that. No, it's not here. Oh well, I'll have to go on to thingy Twitch itself. Ooh. I swear you can do it on there, it's just I don't know how. Alright, prediction. Plain and simple, it's what we did last time. How many GAC battles will I drop? 0 to 4 or 4 plus? So I'll give you 5 minutes to make your minds up there. By the way, I've just had a nudge here saying Twitch will add 10% to every cheer. I think it said over 300 bits. It did vanish before I finished reading it. I think Twitch are trying to get festive. Essentially, you cheer, we cheer. I saw it on someone's stream the other day and I'm like... Alright, so... Last round, I got very confused. I thought it was Rambam. Then I didn't think it was Rambam. Then I thought it might be. Then I found out it wasn't. So... Yeah, it was a roller coaster as far as knowing if it was the man himself or not. And to be fair to Darth Rambam, they did get in touch. I didn't inquire because I think we'd worked it out by that point, but did say it was an unfair match. Congrats on the winner, happy holidays. So again, the Drogon Cron certainly opened my eyes yesterday. Yeah, Thank you for the win, Darth Rambam. Oh, and by the way, you've left the room, so I may as well just close this because I've got a lot of chats going on at the moment. So, at least we got a win there. But we're up against Seth Palam this time, and it's a similar story to Temin if we're being frank. So, we're 1.2 million behind this time, so it's not even a little gap like last time, it's actually a big GP difference. We're 54 Zetas behind, 1 Omicron behind, 60 total Relics behind, 28 Relic 5 Pluses behind. I'm waiting to say I'm in front on something here. We are marginally ahead on Datacrons, so the level 9s are really carrying us there. We're 62 behind on the 6-dot mods, 90 behind on the 15 speed mods, or 15 plus speed mods. But then we do get a little improvement. We're 21 ahead on the 20 pluses, and wow, 1 ahead. Great timing, Chris. Great timing. Oh, that was brilliant. Okay, I'm going to try and just straighten up as I'm going through this little bit. My phone's got every GL except for Ray. I've got JMK, Sith Eternal, Slacker, and a non-alt Ray. And finally, they've got every ship. I'm missing Leviathan, so that's fair. That was great timing, Chris. How you doing, man? Like I say, if you want to sound alert like that, preferably drop me a sub to say thank you, but if not, just let me know. Yeah, I'm pimping myself out a little bit, but I don't feel it's wrong. No worries, man. It made me laugh. Okay, we got nothing going on defense-wise, no hits or anything, so I don't know why I thought that when it's 0. Alright, let's see what they put down. I hope you're alright, by the way, Chris. I was distracted, but I hope you're alright. We've got Boba, Zam, and Dengar. We've got Darth Revan, Bastila, and Savage, which actually was mentioned to me in guild chat the other day. We've got Sorty, GG, and DDK, which also was mentioned to me in guild chat yesterday. That's very interesting. We've got Momothma, Kyle, and Kara, and Crew, Sith Trooper, and Hooks. Yeah, maybe I thought that. Over here we've got... I feel like they're bloody reading my mind here. Vader, Malak, Talon, which is my defense team on Temin at the moment, I think. Jabba, Chris, Bush, as always. Well, I say as always, we did see one the other day with Jabba, Chrysanthemum, and Lando. That was weird. We've got CLS, 3-pack, and 3PO. We've got Newt, Django, Dooku, and we've got Qui-Gon, Kiadi, and JKA. Alright, I don't feel like this is like a big massive mountain to climb. Would like to just check. Yeah, I feel like we've got a good starting point here. Alright, so I'm going to go here a second. Simply because I got a little nudge on my dashboard here saying that there's going to be an ad break, so I thought I'm going to manually run it. I thought I'd rather manually run it so that we don't get interrupted versus, you know, interrupting and you're missing part of a battle. But yeah, it's yeah, that's quite interesting. I don't know if Sabine, you might actually be able to clarify this. Somewhere on your Twitch profile, have you got, like, written down she, her, like, pronouns? Because nowhere I would look normally on Twitch, it would say that. But here on this Mix It Up thing, which shows me my chat, it does actually say that. I find that quite interesting. Yeah, it's like, let me just bring the screen back on for a second. If I make that bigger, you can see down here. Oh, hang on, I've actually just made that worse. You can see down here. Oh, okay. Because I've never seen that before. Anyone like having just, well, granted, I haven't started using this app, but it just caught me eye. I'm like, the fact that it actually just pops that in there. Kit, thank you very much for the bits, man. You know I was only teasing you before, but thank you very much. And because you cheered over 300, you also got Twitch donating 75 bits to me as well. So thank you very much for that, Kit. Okay. 5 seconds left of the ad. Yeah, interesting little extension that. I can't say I've actually heard of that before. Alright, so ad break's over. We're going to go in against Jabba. Yeah, I actually think that's pretty dope though. That they're essentially doing, like, support bits, shall we call it. You know, you donate, we donate. Me personally, I'm okay, but it's only because it's not something I typically do, if you know what I mean. At least if we're talking about pronouns. Well, you know, each their own. First order. Let's go for that, and that should be alright, shouldn't it? Crit damage? That's the one. I know we lose the ability block level, but I think we can sacrifice it just to make sure we get through Jabba. Post. Oh, it's Darth Bane. Blinded by the light. Yeah, essentially it's just showing us the character model for Darth Bane, I'm guessing. I mean, it could be that there's a Crumb's clue kind of thing, but my guess is they just want to show us what Bane will look like. Let's just open it up here. I mean, that looks pretty cool. I'm just looking. I don't think there's anything deeper about it. I mean, granted, I never know these clues anyway, but I don't see anything like flickering or like hidden in the... I mean, at most, maybe just a little bit of funniness there, but I'd be very surprised if it's that. Yeah, I'm going to say, Darth Bane's a very interesting character. I'm glad they're bringing him to the game. I remember him back in the old lore, but only a little bit. So it's good that they're modernising him, shall we call it. Alright, let's get into this. So like I was saying before, I feel like Crimson's got to go for Bane as hard as possible. I mean, if they block me a little, I'll have to just do it in 2 cycles, but Sith Eternal just will greatly benefit from it. Yeah, you're not wrong there. I think it's going to be very... It would make sense if it was Sith heavy, but the fact is, they've not necessarily gone with themed conquests lately. When you think the last conquest cycle, it was... Well, there wasn't really a theme, was there? It was Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. We didn't get any like Imperial feats or anything like that. There was one Empire feat in the final sector, but that was about it. So... I think right now their mentality is we're just doing what we want. Which is a bit of a shame. Alright, time to get Boosh out. Alright, I can cleanse that at least. But yeah, I might be wrong, but I don't think there's going to be anything like a Crumb's clue connected to that. Yeah, the idea is Chrysanthemum will come back once if the allied leader is Hutt Cartel. And I don't know if there's a condition that the whole team has to be a Hutt Cartel. I might be imagining that bit, but it's like if you use CAD lead in, like just for a GC or whatever, if Chrysanthemum dies while Cad's the leader, he will come back. So it's not just Jabba. I'm pretty sure of that anyway. Let me just see, I've got Chrysanthemum available here, shall I call it. There we go, so all that. If all allies were hook cut out at the start of the battle, he taunts gains speed up. If he loses taunt, he gains it for one turn if the ally in the leader slot has more than 50% protection. The first time he is defeated, he revives with 60% health and recovers 60% protection at the end of the ally in the leader slot's turn. Yeah. No, Mando could still disintegrate, but the simple fact is, usually by the time the Mandalorian could get a disintegrate off, Jabba's already wrecked you, because you're not allowed out of turn attacks. So when you think the contract, usually a contract will trigger in a Mando bounty hunter team, because you've been able to get a lot of out of turn attacks. So you would struggle there. A solo Jabba, Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma, CLS. Well, CLS maybe. Depends on what... It's crons and all that kind of stuff. Essentially, something with healing immunity would help as well. Maybe. Mon is a safe bet. Mandalorians? Okay, so anything without heavy debuff reliance would be helpful. Yeah, don't forget you obviously can't do a Nihilus on Jabba. That's not too bad. I mean, I haven't tried it myself in terms of what you can do, but the fact that you got down that far seems promising. If you can't tell, I don't really know what I want to use against this. I think we leave that a minute. Let's deal with this. Aranya hasn't been around these parts for a little bit, but they usually take the mickey out of me when I go in for this battle. No, pretty much all Galactic Legends are immune to insta-kills. They do massive damage instead of insta-kill. Alright, that sucks. Yeah, that ain't good. Yeah, Django did. Well, Aranya, you missed out on another chance to mop me here. That's all I can say there. This counter can go so well, and it can go so bad. I mean, again, at least Qui-Gon's out, so it's not like the worst case, but still feels bad. Timing out Jabba went scuffed. On 1 second left, it went from 001 to 002. Messed up your cooldown plan. Okay, that's a little bit weird. It shouldn't count up. I need something really, really cheesy. Just something that can survive a couple of turns. We haven't got a leader here. But saying that, I do have Tarful. I've got Veteran Smuggler Chewie and I've got Veteran Smuggler Han, so maybe I could make that work. Or I could lose another battle. I don't know. Oh. It's all in the fur. Right, Days there's kind of nice. Okay, so down to Kiadi, I suppose that's something. I mean, I certainly didn't want to drop another battle, but again, I didn't use important units. I could probably clean up with these two. So where I dislike it when I drop battles like that, though, because I know I end up faffing around like this. And my opponent will just one-shot everything. It's like, why did you waste... Why were you inefficient when you could have just done it and won with something cleaner? You know what I mean? It's like attacker's remorse. Alright, just stun him. Kiadi goat, man. What did Arnold do? Okay. Well, I'm in good company, I guess. Certainly worse company to get grouped with, shall we call it. Yeah, it was definitely worse than I expected, I will say that. I thought Cad would be enough with the stun, but Kiadi was just saying, no, I'm just going to keep taking turns. First order, let's get 1, 2, 3 in. Okay, so, open my water bottle. Let's pass a turn to Gallo. Stun Newt. Exactly, I mean, it's why... obviously you always want to win GAC. You know, you don't want to be looking an idiot, especially when you stream. But how I look at it, I think if I find out that something doesn't work, it's like, okay, we now know. I mean, it's like last round with that Drogenkron. I hadn't seen it. I don't really have a lot of time to watch other people's streams at the moment, so I just kind of hear about things. And yeah, that was fun for me, just going, oh, so this is what's been causing mayhem. Okay, that's not very nice. Okay, so Officer's going to take a turn. So I think right now I just want to base it. And then we can't really afford to do anything there. So we just base it. And that'll keep it. I forgot about the extortion. Yeah, the fact we got so much extortion on the team, this could really wreck us. Okay, yeah, we're going to struggle here. Oh, I've got... I'm feeling remorseful now because that was a clean counter that I messed up just purely because I didn't count the extortion. That was just misplays beyond belief. Okay. Gidme? Not Thrawn May or whatever it was I did yesterday, but actual Gidme. Right. Gideon. We agree that's Gideon, not Thrawn. Okay. Alright, that's a bit lame, but let's just do that. Yeah, I'm going to say, it definitely looked a little blue yesterday. That was not my finest moment, shall we call it. Okay, I don't mind that. Cash in. Oh, yeah, keeping Gideon around. Speed up would definitely not hurt. Oh. Alright, Gideon's dead. Let's heal him. Oh, okay. Getting evasion as well. Okay, not too bad. Iden versus Veers, you literally have 1v1 between an R9 Piet and a Gear 9 Iden. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Piet didn't win. Okay, so one's going to be Bo-Katan. I'm curious what the other one is. Oh, it's going to be Bane, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. We've got Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and we got Bane. At least we get to, well, the Krakens get to play with Bo-Katan Mandalore, whereas the rest of us have just got to wait 3 months to play with Bane. Right, what can we do here? I mean, it's good relics here as well, so that's something to keep in mind for myself. We could Savage a bit. Yeah, let's Savage. Hey up, Maverick, how you doing, man? Just trying to remind myself how this counter goes. And I just seem to have memories of don't kill 3PO and Chewie first. Essentially create an immortal CLS. Oh wow, that's a big upheaval. Everything gone smooth as far as no items lost, etc. Alright, bye-bye. Yeah, we're doing alright here. We're doing alright. Already done one GAC, so you can kind of get an idea of how that went. But we're doing alright besides. Come on, 3-pack. You haven't got a 6-pack, so you know you gotta sit down in a minute. Bye-bye. I think Savage is just posing. There we go. Alright, what's the final team on this wall? Vader. That's the one I was avoiding. Something tells me I should try Vader Hoda Mace. Not Vader Hoda. Luke Hoda Mace. Just for the fact that I think we've got a way of reducing Malik's defense. And we've also got a way to hurt him. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, the only time I've come close to moving somewhere was university. And, oh god, it was a small car we had as well at the time. It was a Toyota... Oh, I can't remember what the model was called. Toyota... Oh, it's not Kona, that's what I think we got now. I can't remember. It was literally a very small Toyota. And we used to nickname it Dinky because we went to an interview for university the first day we had it. So literally we were at the dealership and then we went straight on the motorway. And we just remember going up this bank and you felt it stutter and you were like, come on Dinky, come on, and just keep going. So yeah, I remember we came home and this, I don't think it was a Yaris, I think it was a smaller model. I think, anyway. But yeah, it was not fit for carrying stuff to and from places. We should have asked my granddad if we could borrow his car or something, but I think we knew he'd say no as well. Because that's how he was. But yeah, it's a memory for sure. I remember we came back from uni and we got like this big set of boxes in front of me. Like, you couldn't see through the rear mirror. It was literally quite dangerous. But there was like a little fraction where my mum could see, just in case anyone was signalling. But the rest was blockaded with stuff. It was an experience. I didn't move my legs for like an hour while we were driving. Talon. Let's go for Talon. I know the stuff was there, but I figure let's just try and get rid of Talon first. I have to try and remember what that car make was. I'm pretty certain it wasn't a Yaris, just for the fact that I think we were like thinking, oh, if only it was a Yaris kind of thing. No worries, drafts. Let's do that. And that. Go on, we'll give you that. Mace. Ooh. Yep, unlucky mace. It's definitely a good upgrade as far as it gets you into the game, or the meat of the game, a bit quicker. I really wish they found a way of doing it better for free to play though. If there's a Drogon Kron, I cry. There is no Drogon Kron. Yeah, it is about 6 months. It's like I say, it certainly accelerates you a lot. I mean, it's about 3 to 6 at you know, if you're talking like a range. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious what other people in the chat think. Would you say the Hyperdrive bundle's still good value for a new player? I'll admit I am just stalling a little bit while I try to remember what this car make is. Ago. I'm pretty sure it was the Ago. Yeah, Ago. Little Dinky. I mean, granted, this is back in 2010? 2010? So it's obviously this will be a newer model, but yeah. Little Dinky. Yeah, we've got Sabine saying if you were to buy anything SWGOH, the Hyperdrive. Sebastian on YouTube saying absolutely Hyperdrive bundle, still best value in the game. I mean, I have to say, it's a big purchase, but if you were to spend what big on one thing, it's that. I keep wishing for the lotto if it's worth anything, drafts. What you think to the Mando pack? I did get it. What I will say, I don't have buyer's remorse or anything because I do think it was good value. But it's one of those where I think if you've... you see, I don't even justify it like that. I was going to say, like, if you've got all the characters of Relic, you wouldn't do it. But you wouldn't do it, really, because it's a high price for 20. But even then, if you're getting, like, say like me, right? I didn't have IG and Quill at Relics. They were only geared 8 or 9. And Kara was Relic 1. So I got 3 toon progressions out of it. But say they were all at Relic 1, that's still quite a lot of Bronziums and CCBs saved. So it's still kind of worth it. At least if you compare it to price value. You probably get the most value pre-Gear 12. Yeah, I think that is the other good point, Sebastian. I mean, the automatic level 85 is the big thing for someone who's not there. But like I say, you get a load of 5-star characters at Gear 8. You get access to Thrawn, Yoda, BB-8, Pal. You know, it's a great load of unlocks straight away. Yeah, I can understand that, Maverick. For me, I felt like it was useful on my main because, like I say, Kara was just stuck at Relic 1. I didn't have time to take it higher. So it just saved that lull, if you like. Queel and IG, whilst I don't think they're endgame, I do feel like they've got a purpose mid-game. And I feel like, even though I'm nearly 10 mil on my main, I still feel like I'm kind of there because I haven't got the... I'm not at a point in GAC where I think to myself, I can afford to merge teams. You know, like some people will do... like, the one that I think I see a lot in 5v5 would be, say, Dash, Queel, IG... You know, like you do a merge of, say, 2 teams, whereas me personally, I'd be tempted to do a Dash team and a BAM team. Do you know what I mean? Or at least have that option. So I can Quill and IG up is good for me, because then it means if I'm not using BAM with Fennec, I've got a BAM team. So it is something, but I could understand why people look the other way and go, do I want a BAM team? I like BAM. I've got BAM on defense here, and he gets hold quite regularly because people underestimate him. I'm a little confused what you're asking there, Drafts. I'm guessing you're talking about the ability levels? Hang on a sec, I've just got to work this one out. Link and Link. I still feel like you can play the game early on, Sebastian, with that hyperdrive. It's just, it is a slog. Oop. Alright, bye-bye, Armourer. Yeah, so you don't get all the level mats on, but they give you a lot to work with. So say you get a character and you really want to upgrade them, you've got mats to work with. If this wasn't made clear, I've got no idea whatsoever if C can do this. I'm just spitballing. Alright, Drogon down. Okay, Linky Dink. Let me just look at this kit a second. I know we're on time limit, but... At the start of each linked enemy's turn, they lose max protection. Gains 25%. Linked raid bosses, okay, not important, but linked enemies can't critically hit. And damage they deal is decreased by 25%. So Leia will still stomp me, but R2 won't be as menacing. In theory. I really gotta hope that protection holds up. Oh, okay. Oh, we got Drogon out. That's something, I guess. Hey, that's pretty good, that. I mean, Squad Arena is a funny one now because not a lot of people tend to, or at least in my experience, not a lot of people tend to push too hard in there. But just in a general sense, it's a very good achievement because it shows you are trying to do well. I mean, it's like on my main account, I'm top 10, I think, right now in Squad Arena. But that's just because I've got Jabba's Crom with, like, Boosh and all that lot, and it's kind of busted. So I've just been able to maintain a high spot, whereas before that Crom, I was top 20. But, again, that's not really a trying, you know, it's just Jabba kind of holds there a little. I'm trying to think what we could do here, and I think, do we need Starkiller? I know Starkiller got a shout before. I wouldn't mind trying the Rollo team again now. I feel like I'm setting myself up for a massive fail. But I don't think we need Starkiller specifically. So yeah, I think we'll use that. I know what you mean by the way that they're Maverick about squads. I feel like I haven't swapped my squads around often enough lately. So I think I may just have to rip the sheet up and try again. It's not necessarily that things are doing bad, it's just I think sometimes being unpredictable is a strength in GAC. You know, if people can look at your history and go, oh, he sets this a lot, oh, he sets that a lot, then it just means that they've got a clear line on what you're going to do. And it's not really good, that. Okay, so we can get rid of that Retribution. We can get rid of the buff over there. I really wish we had Retribution on our side. Well, saying that, R2. Sorry, Starkiller can counter. I did that more for the shock. If I get another chance with Starkiller, it might be better using the special. Ooh, wow. R2 is a menace. Oof. That is brutal. Alright, we're gonna have to come back to this, otherwise I'm going to waste another big team. It depends on the gear. So, green gear and grey gear, I believe, is 10. 10 total, so you could get, I think it's 2 per member. Blue gear, I think, goes up to... Actually, blue gear still might be 10. I don't know if it's 10 or 5. Purple gear is 5. And then some purple gear, I think, is 2. It definitely varies. Chimera can beat Profundity, but I think Executrix is safer. I don't know why I'm gambling on this, but I want to see the Rollo work. This song, by the way, I feel like I'm listening to Michael Bublé. Yeah, without Scythe you might struggle a bit. Oh, I'm out. Am I? Can I get back in it? Come on. Come on. Come on, please. I also didn't think that'd work. Rollo just really likes taking on Adrad. So, yeah, it's a cool counter. Essentially, the idea is that every time they resist a debuff... hang on, I've got to get the kits up because there's a logic to it, it's just I can't remember it offhand. It's all about Wedge's lead and Rollo's unique. Gotta pull them up. Where are we? Rebels. Okay, so... Wedge. Rebel leader. 30% offense, great. No, my Wedge is gear 11. They have 30% offense, that's nice, but not important. They recover 50% of max health, but the important bit, 10% turn meter on a critical hit. So, you have to remember that, 10% turn meter on a crit. Then... Biggs is just kind of there because they work together. I mean, they have synergy together, Wedge and Biggs, so you just keep them together. But the important bit then is Rollo. So you have a modded for 100% crit chance minimum, which is what I've got on mine. Bang on 100. And then Dauntless. She has 10% offense, 40% tenacity. Okay, here's the big bit. The first time each turn Leia resists a detrimental effect or suffers a debuff, she gains 15% turn meter and gains 35% offense stacking until the end of her next turn. So essentially, because Adrad will apply apply exposes like crazy whenever you're trying to debuff him, she just gains turn meter left, right and centre. So not just that, but she's going to stack offense. So eventually she just blows through them. It's absolutely brilliant. The downside is, if there is an evade or anything weird going on, it can have problems, because when you think, this is how this ability works. Deal physical damage 10 times to random enemy targets. Enemies struck more than once suffer ability block for one turn, which again is what's going on because the Adrad team's resisting, so it just puts exposes onto her. And then the ability's cooldown is reduced by 1 whenever Leia scores a critical hit or suffers a debuff. So if she's scoring crits all the time with this, and she's suffering debuffs. Now that is where it kind of went wrong for a minute when we lost Biggs, because we only got 13 between all this. So at that point I thought I was out. I didn't think I'd get another turn, but we just got back in and we were able to keep going. It's just to random enemy targets, so if there's one enemy, they get hit 10 times. It's a beautiful little bit of synergy. I don't know who found it, but when I saw it on Discord, I was like, I want to try this. And I forgot the first week of GAC when it returned, but I remember the last round and it didn't work, so I'm glad it worked this time. If there's 3, then it's just 3 split. It's randomly, so it could be 9 on one, 1 on another, 0 on another. It could be 10 on one. It could be 3, 3, 4. It just depends. That's my interpretation anyway, with it saying random. I mean, it could be wrong. I don't think there's anything definitive saying one way or the other. I'm trying to think what's on that top wall. I've completely forgotten. There's Darth Revan. I feel like I need to save Traya to try to fill against Leia. So It feels wrong using Kenobi on it though. And I've got to take out a GL. Cat's just not really good against Leia. Tell you what, I think we're going to deal with this wall just so we get this down and we know we've got to fleet. So we're going to take in 1 per here, and hopefully that's still alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure I won recently when there was a DDK in a team. It's not like there's tenacity down. So the issue is going to be that obviously the mark goes on Sortie, so we have to hit her. But ideally I'm going to be using AoEs anyway when I can. I did a funny. I like being funny and I didn't know it. Oh, you just did a funny. Sorry, I completely misread your comment. That makes more sense. DV Talon Assassin vs CP Vader Thrawn. Vader there's crushed into Massacre, hit 2 people and just went poof to dots. Honestly, it's pretty funny when the AI doesn't manage the situation like that. The priority is attacking rather than sustaining. It's a good little thing in Conquest as well, just taking advantage. I'm assuming I still win this as far as we just keep ramping and hopefully we get through Sortie. I might be wrong. I suppose the risk is that GG's max health is going to go up. I like that comparison. When you think all the characters kind of disappear like that, but you never really think about it. Yeah, I mean, it's where it's awkward with Darth Vader, because I do get from a gameplay point of view they needed to have recognisable characters in the start of the game. So I get why he was chosen as like the daily, well, not the daily login reward, the like the achievement reward. But it's still one of those where it's like, you kind of wish there was another way of doing him as a GL. I mean, Lord Vader obviously fills the criteria, but it's not the same, is it? You can't do much else to buff him. The only thing you could argue is maybe they should give him Datacrons more often, that way he can be at least as fun as he was last Christmas. I mean, he was a bit broken last Christmas. Not as bad as Lord Vader, but he was pretty broken. Well, you have a GL just straight from the off. That wouldn't confuse anyone. Alright, I'm scoring 120, nearly 130k per hit, so that's looking good. Fingers crossed we can punch through Sortie in time. And we're still doing AoEs to Grievous, so hopefully that'll help as well. It doesn't help when DDK is just chipping away at it like that. Ooh, nearly there. Oh, damn, we're going for the wrong one now. Just gotta hope Sortie dies off from dots. Ooh, okay. Okay, 50 seconds. We've got time. It's not looking promising, but we have got time. Okay, one down. Just keep our calm, we got time. We've got time. Slam. 26 seconds. Okay, come on. 20 seconds. We got it. We got it. 58. The game's just taking a breath and going, right, we need to work that one out. Yeah, honestly, it would be an interesting way of doing it as far as saying, right, we give you access straight away to a Galactic Legend. It would be an interesting way, and they could then justify buffing him to how he was before he got nerfed, but you'd have to give him like an ultimate event. It won't be the worst thing, but it'd still be a bit weird. I don't know. I'm not sure I see anything like that ever happening. It might be a cool way of doing it though. No worries, Drafts. I'll catch you around, man. Pretty much what he's always been capable of. I mean, essentially, if there's not a lot of healing on the opposition side, he's usually pretty sound. Can we get Kara out before she does things and stuff? Yeah, no worries. Like I say, I'm usually a bit quiet on Saturday. A little less Sunday, but I'll see you around. Yeah, that is the issue. I do completely get it. It's like, especially when you think about how Merciless Massacre kind of encapsulated how powerful he can be. It's like, yeah, it would have been nice if he could have had a bit more power. Yeah, I'm going down to the cheap end of the counters. That is not good. We got any Empire? I'm looking in case there's something like with healing immunity. I don't think it's worth it. Could just use Jedi. The only reason I get reluctant using the Jedi is the fact that they're such a flexible team, and these specific Jedi, that it's like you don't want to use them if you can save them for something. Alright, boink. Boba Bam Nest is a bit of an odd one because in theory there's synergy there. Boba and Nest will charge up the Whistling Birds for Bam, but the simple fact is, even if they got like AoEs off every turn, they wouldn't get up to the 20 stacks, so the birds themselves won't do too much. They'll apply healing immunity, but unless you're taking in a really weak team, they won't kill it. So the main threat of that team is Boba's rocket, and there's a reason why Boba lead isn't that common. So you're probably alright. Just take something that's got a bit of survivability, and you might be alright. I mean, on defense here, I do have, yeah, Qui-Gon could probably nuke it. You would need to... Actually, saying that, you should be alright. I mean, you could use it. If you don't want to use it, I bet something smaller could do it. The main thing is you don't want to have a weak toon in there, because if Boba gets a rocket off and kills it, then you're back at square one. And really need to be able to kill a Toon fast, because if Mando can get in and rescue him, then you've got to waste turns with damage immunity, which you don't really want. It could be the odds, but they might also have thought, you know what, my front wall will hold. So I wouldn't rule it out. Am I forgetting something about Crew, or has he just been incredibly tanky? I know he gains protection and health back when he suffers a debuff. So Yoda's probably not helping here, now I think about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to call Raven. Yeah, that's the trick. You know, the birds really bams big damage. So after the birds are gone, you're mainly just focusing on making sure Boba doesn't do anything. Okay, gained a buff, that's why I got protection. See, this is the thing, when it's buffs and debuffs, you know, you can't really stop him from healing here. Anakin was on defense, so I couldn't use that. There will be something that takes Crew out, it's just a shame that it looks like we're getting time out. You know what, I think I will just auto basic and hope that Yoda's basic doesn't negate what the others are doing. I'm not convinced there though. Yeah, maybe full auto. Yeah, JTR and the bros are solid. Don't see them paired often enough now, because usually the bros go with Finn or Zori or something, but they are good together. Brace fans on with the raid, party of 6, thank you very much. We're just timing out on the Crew, so not my proudest moment. Especially considering if I'd gone full auto a bit earlier, we might have actually got through it. Hello there, thank you for the raid. Okay. Just trying to think what could clean this up. I feel like I've been very messy today. What has got healing immunity? Sidious? We've got a few trashy Sith. Ooh, we've got Malgus. Go on, we'll try that. It's an excuse to use Malgus. I haven't used him yet. At least on this account. There we go. Overkill. I'm sorry, man. I know what 3 is like. If anything, my main account just blew out. But yeah, go and do what you gotta do. Go have a good day, man. Yeah, sometimes maybe modding or things like that could mess with things, you know, turn orders slightly out. It's a shame. I think we use 501st here. As much as I don't really want to, I think it's a safe option. I wouldn't mind, I've got Arc and Echo there now doing nothing, because the only thing I could realistically do is do Cody or something with them. Not a great option. You know, if you're getting down to Cody lead, you've done something weird. Alright, nap time. Do I need to use JMK on this? I think I need to use JMK on this. JMK it is. I'm having a very, very horrendous GAC as far as efficiency. I've done a bad job, right? I know it gains protection up. It's one of those annoying little things as far as he essentially just becomes more annoying. It doesn't necessarily stop him, it just makes it like, really, you're not dying? Alright, so no assist, but we get the Xian. Oop. Yeah, if you're talking about protection up, I wouldn't say that. It's not necessarily heal. It's just essentially a block to deal damage. It's like that difference between shock and healing immunity, you know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe Geos could do this. I think the thing is then it is overkill, isn't it? Especially with the solo. I mean, I completely understand why you would go undersize, as it were. Okay, that was a rocket and a half. Kind of miss being able to use Bulba against Lord Vader. It was nice just seeing them rockets go off. Ooh. Let's do that. Ooh, okay, okay. Boba basically saying, don't take the P. What did I say about being inefficient? I haven't got a leader for the resistance. Have I got any first order left? Kind of. I'm really going out on a limb here. Yeah, get the counters in, BB. Speed up doesn't hurt Magna. Counters definitely don't hurt. That little git. That rocket is horrendous. Alright. I'm not even saying I think this is like something that'll work, but I'm just hoping we've got damage in this team. Alright, that's one down. Stun, please. Thank you. Alright, we haven't got to deal with the rocket now, at least. See, this is what I get for dissing Cody before he comes to my rescue. Okay, that was just absolutely horrendous on my part. Scribe with a raid, party 36. Hello there, everyone. It'd be safe to say we've had a very messy GAC so far. My main account we've just bailed on because, well, Drogon ruined my day. And thankfully there was no ult on this one, but he's kind of threatening it again here. So I'm winging it. I'm really winging it. I'm kind of hoping I can get R2 out with these three and then do something here. So yeah, enjoy the show, folks. It's a bit of a mess, so it should be entertaining. Alright. Let's see if we can get one out. By the way, I'm actually quite impressed about how hard R2 will hit in this team. Just as someone who hasn't got Leia and has only faced it a handful of times so far, it's actually very impressive and scary. Okay. Am I right in thinking Nihilus did drop? Nope, apparently. Oh, and of course, won't matter anyway, we can't have cooldown reduction. So we're kind of just hoping that we can time out this Annihilate, really. That's fun. Right, Daze is nice. But obviously doesn't stick, so not nice. Let's do that. Again, it won't do anything with Leia, but gets rid of Retribution. Did you use the right lineup? Vader starting? Yeah, we'll do that again. We need Niles to stay around for this to have Heniopa working. I'm not sure then, because if Vader's starting, then Interceptor should decrease... oh, hang on, Prof prevents it. If you look in the Prof main unique, it'll say if TIE advances in the starting lineup, it increases enemy reinforcement count. I did forget about that. We're nearly there. I've just got to hope that this protection up stands strong. There we go. Right, you three just do what you want with Leia. I doubt we can kill her, but at least we can tickle her. The starting lineup I know I've used with Executrix is... Let me just think this through. Sith Bomber, so the Marauder ship. Then... Emperor Shuttle and... I think it's Vader. or TIE Fighter palette, one of the two. And you always bring in TIE Bomb because that way TIE Bomber will put burning out. It's a beautiful ship, what are you talking about? Honestly, I could have lived in the profundity meta forever. I was really disappointed when Leviathan came out. I was like, oh. My rebels have been hurt. You know, it just occurred to me. I feel like a bit like a gerbil clone. Like, when I think about things I like, it's things he likes. He likes Ewoks, he likes rebels. Just occurred to me. Although granted, he got me into the Ewoks. Watching these videos on them, I was like, yeah, go on, we'll do this for a goof. But you can say the same for Leviathan though, Sabine. Yeah, I mean, Executor was horrendous on release because the only thing that could beat it was Malevolence. And then when Finalizer got into a position where it could beat Malevolence, beat Executor, they nerfed Malevolence. Well, it was a soft nerf. I can't remember exactly what they did. I think they altered the AI so it focused more on certain ships. I think. Oh, it wasn't a guarantee, but it could beat it. It's like when people now say, oh yeah, use Mal on it. I'm like, ugh. On release it was bugged more than trash. I mean, I was saying at the time, I felt like as much as maybe it needed adjusting so that Profundity didn't 77 it, I still think it was in a kind of good place there, whereas now it just feels like it's horrid. I think with hindsight, I feel like Isolate was a good inclusion because it made it so that you had to kind of work around it. But then adding in the anti-crit hit stuff, that was like, okay, you haven't just nerfed it, you've really made it so that it struggles now. You know, it went from being like a it can be beaten and it can beat and be beaten to a, yeah, you've really got to work hard to win. I mean, the fact that Chimera is the hardest counter to Leviathan for me is a stunner. Alright, what are we going to do here? I don't know if imps could wrangle it. No Rowlick on her. And we have used her. Gonna say, it hasn't got an ult. That's something. It's a small something, but it is a something. Kind of like that, the music was timed really well then. Alright, Daze doesn't hurt. That basic from Leia just wallops. Yeah, somehow I don't think this works. Okay, what else have we got to throw at this? I wouldn't mind, I really should be focusing on other parts of the wall. Hey up, Idaho, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. We just try and clean up a layer. And yeah. I really think I've got fixated on it. I'm thinking maybe try and chip these down. At least them layers just kind of holding it in victory, shall we say. This is my wall, you do not claim it. Right, so this is kind of overkill, but... yeah, I mean, she hasn't got her ult, but Drogon and R2 certainly did enough damage originally. I mean, I did take in Sith Eternal, and he didn't really stand a chance. We managed to get Drogon out at least, but... I'm trying to think, what else did we try? I threw something big at it. Starkiller. That was it. I tried Starkiller and we just didn't get anywhere close. My kitty cat's trying to have a fuss. It's like a little mini game we have amongst ourselves. I know the Scribe Tribe's just come in and I laugh because I just can't make, or get, I say make, I can't get Trudy to play fair like that. When she decides she wants to have a love, she says, right, it doesn't matter about this microphone in front of you. I'm the star of this show. Alright, let's get second out. That's an interesting bug to appear. Yeah, it is bonkers. I mean, I haven't got Malakos on this account, but even then it's like... She's just kind of scary. I'll tell you what, I'm going to sub out Sith Trooper for Talon. Just as a little insurance, I guess. I think he got more than I did, Sabine, on my main. Small pride. Yeah, my opponent sat later there as well, and I essentially just... I surrendered. I put up the white flag. I mean, it's not so much Leia, it's Drogon. That Kron, like I said a few times, it was the first time I saw it yesterday. And it walloped me. You kind of say to yourself, I don't want to see that again. Yes, it is nice when we get people like yourself popping in. Right, we got Dash left. And I think we just go for a mirror of sorts. Which one's better? That one. My cron count on this one is not as high. I could really do with rolling some. Okay, we'll do that. And... ow. I take it they didn't get my message of we're just going to do this and win. Was there a Hondo Cron? Yeah, I completely forgot that. Alright. That just compounds what's going on. We're really at the drags now. I could try CLS, but I'm not that optimistic there because that first turn's really going to be rough. Yeah, Raver's certainly a luxury for me. I don't think I could need to use two hands to count my Raver shards on this account. Alright, so we get a turn with CLS, there we go, we can cleanse. 3PO's going to get beaten up a bit. Okay, hang in there, 3. Never called you fruit before, but it kind of felt right. Okay. I know that was weird going for dash, but we're getting there. Oh. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Chill. Alright, nearly. Boom. That was probably the quietest boom you've ever heard. It's 12:15 my time, so I'm in that respectful mode where I'm trying to be as quiet as I can without not being too quiet. Okay, let's do that. Thankfully that wasn't a great Hondo. Okay. So Leia, I give the wall to you. It is yours. I surrender. Oh joy. Feels appropriate we've got Christmas music playing because joy to the world. Lord Revenath, come. Oh, let's go for Big Z. And let's cross our fingers, toes, and everything else that we can actually beat this git. At least so we can get a respectable 3/4 clear. Okay, basic. No assist, that sucks. No buff immunity as well, that sucks. This all sucks. So we gotta kind of hope at this point that we just get really, really lucky and can land a fair amount of assists. That's one. Yeah, the dagger lineup is just horrendous to counter because even though you can beat it, you kind of need RNG to go your way. And so far it just hasn't. I mean, 56% ult charge. I don't think we're going to win this just simply because we're so far behind already. I'm doing the AoE just to get rid of the foresight. I mean, Biggs did its job. So tempting to do the Cassian counter in this situation, but I'm not even sure that would have worked. Alright, we won't make sure we land a hit, so do it there. Basic, because it's just going to get dodged anyway. Insta-kill, bye-bye Y-Wing. Prof takes a turn, and we're just nowhere near. Yeah, 10% out. I mean, this is the only thing I can say about the Leviathan matchup, that you know if you've won or lost. You know, I knew I'd lost the moment I didn't get the buff immunity and the buff immunity and or the dispel from Horn. So it's kind of good as far as you don't waste half a battle thinking you might have won. But yeah, it still sucks because I've just got no way of cleaning it up. It's where Sith Assassin starting is nice because you can usually get Sith Assassin out and then it's a clean up potential with something else. Whereas when Dagger's starting, it's just so rough trying and clean it up. So yeah, might as well just go to these. Where's the bomber? There it is. We got 1, 2. Let's leave it at that. To be fair, last round I was facing an account that I shouldn't have beaten. I mean, Ram Bam. When they DM'd me, they basically said, yeah, I've given you this, which, fair enough, I'll take a win, I'll take the crystals, but it's one of those where you're like, yeah, this is where I kind of get my comeuppance, if you like. I mean, this guy might not attack as well. I could end up going 2-0 in a week and not actually really playing well in this match, but I wouldn't deserve it. Yeah, Retribution, let's do a Dispel. Ooh. I could have sworn Anakin had got buff immunity still. Do we heal? I think we do. Sorry, I'm just laughing at my dog. I just saw her walk in, and she's sneezing. And I can't help but laugh just in the sense of, did you start to come in here and then sneeze? Or did you come in here to sneeze? Things that cross through your mind. It wouldn't surprise me if she didn't come in here to sneeze. It's just the kind of thing I can imagine. Won't be long. No. Like I say, it won't be long. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I'm assuming, Wolfie, that was to do with Slacker? I'm guessing? Interesting, though. I'll be honest, right? I'm not too disappointed if I can have a night off Discord. There are times when I think I'm on there too much, so a night off sounds dreamy to me. Oh. That's good to know then. I mean, I usually have armor available on offense, so well, I say usually, I don't very rarely put her on defense. So yeah, that's good information. Actually, that makes me think I could do with getting the armor built up on my main now. It's been one of them farms I put off for a long time in the sense, oh, you don't need armor, you haven't got Mandalorians, you haven't got a C or Slacker or anything. But I'm nearly at Slacker, so it makes sense. Okay, that amount of defense does make me jealous. I really miss the Chron I had 2 or 3 seasons ago with about 400% defense. That was just absolutely god tier for me. It's where I wish you could somehow revive the Crons. Let's cleanse that. That's the real into. Yeah. I've just seen Jedi Consular there. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but there are times when I'm just breezing through a battle, like I'm not really paying attention. It's like on auto in my mind. And yeah, I also didn't see Consular there. Like, what? Oh, okay, I'm with you. I was gonna say that sounded very good. I don't know what it is. I know it was the level 3 as well. The what was it? 15% max health and protection. But yeah, I kind of missed that Chron. It was, I get the feeling that it was annoying for people because it drew out matches a little bit. But I really did like the beefiness that it provided. Oh well. But yeah, I've got nothing here. So we don't even get the respectable 3/4 clear. We get the disrespectful half clear, where probably the two biggest things in the game right now are basically saying F and U. So, Seth, congratulations, you have farmed your stuff, you've won the game. So, if you decide to hit a wall, you're going to do well. Loading. But yeah, that is us done for the day. So I'm just going to see if we can find a raid to go to. If I can find it. Here we go. Search for same category. Who's online? Calvin, Krator, and Shorka. Well, I think what I would say is, do people want to go to Calvin or Shorka? I'm going to say Sabine's saying Shorka. Right, hang on, we've got that open. Let's do it. Let's up the raid. Alright, so just before we go, quick thank yous. We had 500 bits from Kit, so thank you very much, Kit, for that. Race Fan with a raid, party of 6, and Scribe with a raid of 36. So thank you for both for the raids. Be back now Monday for Gacking as usual. And yeah, if you hop in there now, there is a hype train going on, so I'll send you that. Alright, thank you, Liam. I'll see you around. Hopefully I'll see you on... It's Friday night. I'm going. See you, folks. Bye.